Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed.
Only the brave should teach. Only the men and women whose integrity cannot be shaken, whose minds are enlightened enough to understand the high calling of the teacher, and whose heart is unshakably loyal to the young.
Some say love, it is a hunger.
It takes courage to be a teacher, and it takes an unalterable love for the child.
I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed.
We came back today to get all of you together and to thank you for all you've given us, to share a few thoughts we've learned from you about this thing called teaching.
Yeah, like, give a man a fish, and he eats for a night. Teach a man to fish, and he eats for a lifetime.
Thank you, Shakespeare.
Hey, no problem. My friends call me Bill.
Let's just get on with the show.
All right. Seriously, we've noticed that teaching is the profession that makes all other professions possible.
I'll never forget what one of you once told me. You said that teaching is the art of helping some friends of yours discover some of the things you know.
It is about friends, isn't it?
For some of us, yours was the only face over the age of 20 that ever smiled at us.
And for others, it was that first smile of the day from the bus driver or custodian or secretary that set the tone for the whole day.
You believed in us so we could believe in ourselves.
Would you believe that there are teachers in some schools who don't talk to kids as human beings, but only as names on a seating chart?
You're kidding.
No. They say, teaching is a reality business. We need to teach these kids that there are consequences in this dog-eat-dog world, and that's reality.
No way. You and I have some friends who could take those people home to a reality they have never even dreamed of.
But the people at this school have shown us that teaching is really about the hope business. We depend on you to help us see the promise in tomorrow.
We knew that sometimes you smiled and lifted us up even when your life wasn't what you wanted it to be.
Far beneath the bitter snow lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
We counted on you to share that spark with us.
Yeah, we really... Wait a minute. That spark?
Yeah, you know the one they see every day in their students' eyes when they finally get the point.
Oh, yeah. Well, what about the one we saw in the teachers' eyes as they talked about the things they enjoyed?
Some were excited about the way words work together in rhyme. Or the way the animals
You
and
mean
plants...
flora and fauna, don't you?
Whatever. Some got excited sharing the mysteries of the universe with us.
And I know some of you who marveled at the world of numbers and logic.
And some at the history of man.
And his accomplishments.
Each of you is special in your own way. All of you seem concerned about helping us get prepared for what faces us tomorrow. So we've come here today to thank you for sharing that little spark of enthusiasm and knowledge. Some of us think that teaching is just about subject matter, but it's more.
Yeah, it's about being human.
And it's about watching what you do and trying to be like you.
Somebody once said that no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care.
Knowing that you cared so much about us helped a lot. Many of our friends felt safe only when they were here at school. You did that for them, and I'll bet you didn't even know it.
You showed us that you cared each time you asked a question.
And listened to the answer.
Many of you gave us a plus 70 instead of a minus 30.
You called us by name and asked us how things were.
And you smiled.
There's a part of each of you in each of us.
That's why we put this show together. We learn from all of you, teachers, administrators, support staff. We're proud of you. And we want the whole world to be proud too.
So many of you went that extra mile, chaperoning and
Coaching,
sponsoring after-school activities.
giving us a chance to fall without failing when things didn't go quite right.
We learned so much about growing up in those special moments.
Each day I live, I want to be.
You challenged us to give our best every day.
Give the best of me.
You'll always be a part of us.
I'm only one, but not alone.
Wherever we go, whatever we do.
This day is yet unknown.
You taught us that sometimes we have to fail in order to succeed. Your smile picked us up, dusted us off, and put us back in the race.
To taste the sweet, I face the pain.
I remember the laughter and the tears, from scraped knees to broken hearts.
Yet through it all, this much
Thanks for giving me that one moment in time.
one moment in
You
time.
showed us we can be more than we thought we could be.
I thought I could be.
Our dreams are right there for the taking.
When all of my dreams are heartbeat away.
We're the sum total of the choices we make.
Just give me one moment in time.
One moment in time. When I'm racing with destiny. Then in that one moment of time, I will feel eternity.
You taught us that being the best wasn't as important as doing our best.
I've lived to be the very best. I want it all. No time for less.
You've given us the chance to succeed.
The plans. Now lay the chance.
And we realized that the chance was inside of us all along.
Give me one moment in time. When I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are heartbeat away. And the answers are all up to me.
To know or do one thing well, is really neat, but someone has to teach you if the odds you're gonna beat.
We've heard it since forever, and with time it stood the test. When the challenge is to master, learn only from the best.
But if the masters master and have not the skills to teach, all that they know is left beyond our simple human reach.
The moral of this story, my friend, is true.
Those who can must teach, and those who can't should do.
And those of you that have the skills to help those young minds reach have got to stand and tell the world, yes, I'm proud I teach.
Those young minds reach have got to stand and tell the world, yes, I'm proud I teach.